Hello and welcome back to another episode of Kenshi. My name is Tobal and we're continuing to expand our base and finish those defenses here. Still looking for a completed wall, which is going to get done eventually. We could, of course, set a lot of our workers to do that, a lot of our main squad here. That's not doing much of anything. However, I do like having them more on defense here, more on the more able to respond to any threats that come into base, along with our pupper squad, but that way they're not really overwhelmed and our workers don't get beat up by any means. Beeb is continuing on his journey to become the world's fastest hiver. He's up to, let's see, still heavily encumbered. His strength isn't all that impressive. However, we really haven't been fast forwarding the video, or rather the gameplay much, so that's to be expected because we're playing kind of at a 1-to-1 ratio. I've not been spending a lot of time here. Oh, hello. Oh, this is just random talk. I thought this was a random, squad that came in the area to try to beat us up. So yeah, we're at a couple of farms are getting expanded here. I think we are building up our stockpile of food. Of course, we've got a ton of goodies in the food barrel because Dietrich's, the Iron Chef, has been going crazy with that. We're continuing to research all of our important items here, including our awesome advanced fighting mod training dummies. So that'll be really exciting to see once that finishes. I do believe as soon as our wall is completed, I am going to have our main squad roll out and try to do another exploration run. Probably this time with more archers, of course, as always. We do like our archer squad, but hopefully we're going to be able to have them well built with this crossbow crafting bench. I'm going to try to make... Wait a minute. Where did the bolts get made at? Arrow making bench. Okay. We need to actually tuck this in here somewhere because we need to make arrows is what I'm more concerned about. Less so the actual style of crossbow because we don't have that knowledge yet. So I think I built the wrong thing. We need to fill this box up and really get our archers well equipped. How are they doing these days? I haven't checked on them in a long time in terms of their status. We've got 35, 35... 38, 32. So yeah, some really good across the board stats. The precision shooting skill is getting higher as well. So I think it's helpful to continue with them focusing on just shooting no matter who's in the way, sort of a thing. I do want to dump off some of these goods that they've had in their inventory for a bit. Do we have a random chest here at all? I don't think we do. Let's go ahead and drag down our storage menu and just drop a couple of boxes. It'll look kind of nice just sitting around doing nothing here. I don't like how far off the edge this particular building makes you build pieces of furniture. Like, you can't really tuck in over here for some reason, and I'm not a huge fan of that because I like building right up against the wall of your house. That is really awkward, actually. You can do it a little bit more on this side, so maybe this side's a bit wonky because of the the raised floor. I'll confirm that order. And the other thing I wanted to look into, someone mentioned this in a comment, and I think I agree. The light wind generator, I believe they generate half as much wind power as the big generators. However, they do function in very low wind situations. So on days when we have very low wind, we would still be generating enough power. So I think I'm going to add that to our tech research path here, the light wind generator. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble escalating this in the order of operators here, but that's fine. We'll leave it as is. We did just about use the last of our books, so we're going to have to go back out and do another purchase, but that's probably going to be after... Did we already research the grog production? Or rum brewing? I think we're doing that right now. Did I get some things confused? I think I thought grog was what sold very well. Right? Didn't we see that grog... Who took all the goodies from Beep? Wasn't it Jade or Laura? Grog sells at a flat rate of like 500 or 1,000 depending on where you go. Did rum not have that same ability? What do you need for grog? I thought grog was actually... Maybe I got that a bit backwards. I think grog was maybe just from wheat straw. Rum was from cactus. I think I saw cactus and I got excited and mixed it up a bit. My fault on that one. We'll get that fixed up here in a bit. I don't think we're going to be producing enough yet to really do much in that terms in that area anyways. So we're not going to be able to really strike it rich making a bunch of alcohol at this point. So by the way, in the next couple of videos, you might hear a bit different audio quality. I just got a new microphone and a new audio interface, so I am still messing with some settings here, and I might change up how I run my make my videos, which might involve a little bit more editing, but it might wind up making the sound quality on the voice side a little bit clearer, which is what I'm kind of going for. So we'll see. I will be messing around with that, so you might hear something different in the next couple of days, but it really makes me wish I'd played an instrument or something back in the day so I had an understanding of anything about audio. So I'm desperate for an audio teacher at this point. So we've got bolts for toothpicks. I think we'll go ahead and just put this on, I don't know, I mean, do you make one at a time? Is it literally just a 1-to-1 ratio? Or you get 40? Yeah, it's one stack of them, I guess, so that's going to be 20 stacks of bolts here. Who's our weaponsmith? That should be... Oh, it's actually crossbowsmith. It's a separate skill. That's fine. We'll go ahead and give Stork that ability because there's really nothing going on with weapons yet. Stork also still has his Lantern of Radiance, so he will get that bonus to... Or not, I guess not the bonus, but just no negative to his crossbow crafting or his crossbow smithing. Meanwhile, we are finishing up the strength training items up here, so I'm going to have Tassilo in hand start doing their practicing and increasing their strength. And Jackson's already up to 31 strength. The rest of the group is still kind of lower. Oh, you know what? We never gave Shrike. It looks like we've never sent Shrike through the ringer here. Shrike has actually really low strength compared to the rest of the squad. Let's actually go ahead, grab Shrike, and put her into the strength training workbench here so that she can build up some of that strength skill. Sounds good. We're also, let's see, we're doing good on the mining stuff. I know it's going to be a little bit boring here for the next couple of episodes. Hopefully not much longer. I think that our walls are going to be done soon. How are we on building materials? Yeah, we're still doing really good on building materials. You know what? I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and take, I'm going to renege on something I just literally said 5 minutes ago. Since we've only been having some kind of random folks come in here and we do want to get going on doing some other items, I am going to go ahead and give everyone the engineer job for a bit. I'll take everybody off the weight bench training. And everyone should have enough inventory space to at least carry 2 building materials. So we're going to have everyone go a bit crazy on the construction here. Yeah, that does make a lot more sense. I think I was hoping that we'd have a little bit more to do, but I think until the walls are finished, we really kind of don't. Someone also mentioned in Discord the ability to drop a watchtower right along the edge of the mountainside to kind of mesh with the mountain and the rest of the wall. And I think I like that idea, and I might try that down the road. The problem is right here, we've run out of, I guess, available space. And I don't know... It might fit if I remove these walls in this corner. In fact, let's go ahead and do that because we can always make more. And I don't think we've messed with these walls over here just yet. So I'm going to set up a watchtower. How does this look? We want this to be, of course, inside, rotated to be inside the base. And what we're trying to do here is set it so that it locks into, say, this rocky area. But we do want to have enough air, enough coverage so that the wall is long enough that it has a nice amount of turrets. So this looks good. I don't think anyone can push through the wall here. And the entrance is inside. Let's take the wall blueprint, connect it on the end here, and go. Can we go right up? Is not going to like this too close. Let's go ahead and confirm and see if it lets us do it now that we've engaged the blueprint into a final status. We can do it up till about, yeah, right before the gate. That's going to be rather annoying. Right before the tower. Too close to another building. Man, I really wanted that to just kind of get flush along it. Maybe I have to mess with it and mess with the angles a bit. I don't like that gap because it looks like it's big enough for anyone to go through. So I don't know if this is going to do what we want it to do. It doesn't look like it's going to let us be completely flush. Let's cancel this. Can we just come out of the building like this instead? No, it really did not like that at all. It's kind of got this zone of exclusion around it, it seems like. So there's not an ability to go directly against it. Is it because it's under construction, or is that just a thing with buildings? Yeah, even this looks like a pretty tight spot. And I don't think I can get it to, I don't think I can get it to do what we're trying to do. You know, it looks green here, but when you start to build it, it actually goes red because of the orientation. That seems like it'd be tight enough, but I don't like that you can't build into it. You know, because as wonky as the hills are, at least you can build into those. You know what? I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Let's cancel the big watchtower. I want to send someone. Can any of you guys get around this area? I haven't even really checked on that. I do like that you can get on the tower from here. Let's give them this run order and see where they have to go. Okay, good. They are all going around the edge of the wall here. So that means to me that this wall, even though it looks really shallow, is high enough to block access. And there even is a gap there. That looks pretty flush. So unfortunately, the watchtower corner idea, while it looked really, really good, does not seem like it's going to be able to go. So we'll continue building the wall, and we'll tuck it in right about, where do we say we want it to do? Like something like this? That looks good. Is it the right, it's roughly the right spot. And now that we've got a couple of these built, I'm going to drop down a couple turrets here just to get that out of the way. Mounted crossbow. I'm glad that sometimes these positions get a bit buggy and you're not able to build as many crossbows as you'd like, but this is a really good amount, more than we really have ability for at this point. But again, all of this is aiming for continued further expansion of our base. We will have more people. I have a upper limit of 256 recruits. Already we're past the game's default of 30. So hopefully we're not going to have too many issues with that down the road. In terms of overpopulation, I think the game is going to run smoothly for us no matter what we do here. Okay, everyone is continuing to build the wall. So, again, as an update, I think I talked about it briefly. I do plan on having a RimWorld Let's Play coming up here. Just probably within the next week or so, once I get a handle on what I'm going to do with the audio of the videos moving forward. I was also talking about maybe doing an XCOM 2 playthrough because it's been so long since I've touched XCOM, and I really want to see if there's, what the mod scene looks like. And now that we have a nice, healthy list of subscribers in the Discord channel, I'd love to include them as our main squad here. Do they grow? Oh, they actually attack. I did not know that they get real sassy about proximity. Let's pull everyone together because this is actually a really painful looking group. Let's get all the dogs in one spot, and we'll bring all the main squad in one spot too, because these look like they're gonna hurt because they're look at that, I guess the level of beefiness on them. They've got quite a few high level stats, but I guess we should just go for the legs, huh? Griffin, why are you so slow? Oh, you're carrying everything like everyone else is. All right, we'll have everyone attack. We'll have the dogs attack as well. I imagine we might lose one or two people here in terms of just going down from damage, but I think we should overall be okay. This is like that situation where I attacked the bulls and got our butts kicked there. Again, most of our squad does have those Naginata katanas though that do a damage, bonus damage against animals, which is nice. The 100 damage, by the way, is coming from Diana. She is a freaking monster. One person went down, but luckily Klob is already on the job here, trying to get them to go probably take them in a rescue where they actually drop them off in bed. I'll speed things up here. Who's our person who's supposed to be harvesting? Are you sleeping by chance, or are you just going to be doing it here in a bit? Oh, you're already on it. You are already dropping the meat off. You're probably going to go back and get the leather. These actually do have quite a lot on them, so that's awesome. How much are you getting? You're getting all that leather. Oh, you actually have to go separately. I'll tell you what, I'm going to have you drop the rock so you can continue processing the bodies here. Beep, what are you up to these days? Ah, you're getting there. I guess we could just have Beep work on the weight bench. That actually might be... Oh, his athletics is already high, but... Yeah, we're doing the old encumbrance idea, so let's go ahead and have him drop off the iron. And he should go over to the weight bench. Let's go ahead and also add in... Who do we say? Shrike needs to do that. And then some of the other members of the squad here. That should be enough, and we have enough room for people to do their defenses as well. Do we have a... Oh, what the hell? Where the heck did a gorilla come from? That's particularly strange. Is there a whole pack of them? I hope not. A bunch of the... what are these things? Garou again are coming through. He must have came all the way over from the hive area down here. Well, that'd be kind of cool if we actually get the occasional beak thing or gorilla coming through, because they are always really high in terms of their, content of meat and leather. We can always turn that into better resources. Actually, is anyone on the job? I think we've given Cobra Kai the job of doing that. Yeah, we have. And actually, I want him to drop off those hats. How dare you wear those hats? These are not for you, sir. Cool, we actually have enough hats for all of our archers. Let's have them come over here real quick. Why are you all not wearing this thing? Goodness gracious. So finally, it's only taken me like 6 episodes, guys, since you guys brought it up. But we finally have a decent set of hats on for our archers. So they're all getting a bit higher perception, which does help them, I believe, with their ability to track moving targets and just general accuracy and range. In terms of clothing, we wanted to look at maybe setting up a decent ninja outfit. Is there anything that gives someone a stealth bonus? I don't think we have the technology for it yet, because there are... This is a better basket hat. I don't know why the basket hat is so good. It amuses me greatly that they've added that in there. We don't have much in terms of the clothing crafting, and we don't have much in terms of the leathers either. How do these look? We'll have someone craft a set of those. We could just pick something for an outfit. I do think I want to start focusing on raiding and maybe stealing a couple more blueprints down the road. This time, or the next time it does get night, we're also going to send Beep over to the hub and see if he can't snag that wonderful blueprint of... Well, I guess we don't even need to anymore. I forgot about that. I've been so focused on it, I forgot we're going to get it a different way. I guess we could send Beep somewhere else once he gets a little bit stronger. We just want to have him with enough strength to carry whatever he's trying to steal. Alright, so having everyone go crazy is helping out, and our walls are getting finished quicker. What are the... Oh, there's our advanced fighting training. Okay, let's take a quick look, because it's been so long since we've been waiting for these dang things. Let's see what we've got. We're going to go into interior advanced training. Okay, so the way this works is you see advanced training. It's an item in the interior building area. The arrows here let you pick between which skill it's going to be training. So this will train turrets up to 70. Everything I believe is up to 70. But I mean every skill, aiming, crossbow, defense, attack, dodge. There's even one for martial arts. That's insane. So at the moment, this is attack, defense, dodge. Now what about stats? I thought there was one for stats too, and it might be at a different tech level. Because I thought there was the attack ones, and then I thought there were also ones that dealt with stats. So either way, I think I'd like to set up one for the moment, because I thought I wanted to try having somebody get really up to speed on martial arts, just for fun. It costs about the same as making a weight bench. Attack, dodge, defense, crossbow, aim, turret, martial arts. Okay, so it is the same few items here. And just for fun, because we wanted to just try out martial arts a bit. So maybe I'll stick with... who even had that? I can't remember at the time, or at the moment. Let's also add in, not crossbows, but are there turrets? There are turret training dummies here. Let's go ahead and grab some turret dummies. I think what I'll wind up doing is actually grabbing quite a few people from the worker squad and rotate them through. Maybe not that many at any given time. Attack and defense wouldn't be bad to have in general, but I do want to follow up with the dummies for, or the training dummies for dexterity and strength as well. We do have the strength bench now. I'll just have to remember what we've got set here so I don't get confused on it. All right, we'll just do a couple for the moment. We'll wait for all those to get set up. I don't want to go too crazy. It probably was more than we really need at the moment, but it's exciting. We've been waiting for this advanced training mod for so long, so I'm pretty happy that it's finally here. And in the next couple of episodes, I might take a couple breaks or a longer break between when I ended one episode and then I come back and I'm right here again after saving. But I might actually take some time to spend doing a bit of a training montage, getting everyone nice and skilled in that area. One other great tip that came through recently, which I do plan to add, which I was thinking about last episode, but I will acknowledge that somebody did bring it up. It's a really good idea, is when you're doing cooking, you can actually put multiple cooking stoves. And the reason you do this is because the output, or rather the input, gets a bit jumbled sometimes when you're trying to do orders that involve different ingredients. So for example, if we try to do a queue and repeat the queue, if we add like dried meat, cooked veggies, gohan or something, they use different inputs. So sometimes you'll have one piece of something, like you'll have water, but instead you need bread here, and you won't have the bread and it gets stuck because you're not able to remove it. They're not smart enough to take it off of the input area. So what we can do is actually set up these different cooking stoves to start processing whatever we might have access to. Well, I don't think we can do a ton. I believe we can start doing the wheat straw. We do have a ton of wheat straw, or did that just go, actually all of it went back into this new extra large wheat straw farm. Now we'll mess around with it here in a bit and see where we go with it. We've got our walls, almost finished, ready to go. Where do we want to go? Let's think about that. The next couple of episodes might be a split again, where we're doing some people doing base stuff, but other people out doing some exploration. And honestly, since we're here, maybe we take a run through some of this area, which is the Shek territories, and see if we can find anything along the coast here. We might even swing down the southwest coast. I do believe there are some goodies. I know there's some goodies here in the crater, for sure. Maybe there's also some things here on this side of the house. I just don't remember everything offhand. So if we can find any outposts or cities along the way, and we have the money, we'll also try to buy some of the maps that give you ruins. They basically mark the ruins on your overview map here, this big map. I mean, there's so much of this area we have not uncovered, guys. It's so amazing how much is in this game right now. We will definitely get there. I'm very excited about it, too. I think this is a really fun playthrough. Just imagine where we've come from with just one arm. And here we are putting the final touches on a pretty wide base. Not exactly the prettiest thing in the world. All right. Close and lock the door. Thank you very much. Nothing should be pestering us for a moment. For 3 seconds, guys, can we breathe? I think we might. Let's see. I also want to do control. Let's see. We'll save the game first. I'm going to do Control-Shift-11 to fix up any issues with the walls to make sure that nobody can bug out and get underneath them. Aren't we due a raid pretty soon? Yeah, Shek Challengers in 2 days. So we'll have to see how that works out for us. But now, for the most part, I believe we should be alone. We should be left alone for a bit to our own devices. Now, we might have some groups come up here and there. I don't know if all the groups will start aggressing on the gate. Like, if they wanted to get inside, will they just start getting upset and bashing the gate in? Let's see what these Garou do. They're just kind of pathing around. They got to the gate and they turned around, which is good. That's exactly what we want to see. Awesome. We're secure. Are we actually secure? Is there any breaches? Hand has to run. Uh-oh. Why are you running over here, Hand? And right through the wall. Ah, why? Every time. And when it rains, it pours, guys. Well, that's super awkward. Control-Shift-11 did nothing on that one at all. So, about that. Can you try that one more time, sir? Now you can't all of a sudden. Was it just the way I gave you the order? Were you just like, I'm a wizard and I'm going to run through your wall? Can anyone actually run through? Let's try that over here. Can everyone only do it one time and then they just can't anymore? Okay, they're all having trouble trying to get out, which is good. They're all getting stuck, going back to their default order. Okay, that's a good sign for us, because that means that the wall is actually where it needs to be. Okay, it's turning nighttime. We should send Beep somewhere, because he is a wasted resource sitting here at base. Where do we want to run to? Let's try... We're really close to stack again. We could also try the hub, or... You know what? It takes so long to go down. Let's just go down to Squin and see what we can snag. I think Beep is stealthy enough that he's not going to get into too much trouble. Remember that you can quote me right here. He won't get into too much trouble, and we'll be completely fine. There you go. I've said it. I've jinxed us, and that's it. Playthrough over with. We're all dead. Who was the martial artist we wanted to work with, by the way? Wasn't that Hobbs? Because he started with just a bit of it. What is he? He's working on Iron Refinery. I'll tell you what. Let's pull him off of Iron Refinery. Let's put Maw onto it to replace him. Hobbs, what we can do for you is actually make you some outfits that do improve your martial arts abilities. What do you have right now that helps? You do have a gi, or a sleeveless long coat. That is a martial arts bonus. Do we have anything? Well, that's a nice hat. We'll trade your, we'll get the bindings here. I think we can actually make... Can we not make the... Okay, so gi pants give a 2 to your martial arts bonus. That's not bad. Don't we have, like, wraps for your hands, or is that not... I could have sworn we've had wraps at some point. I just don't quite remember where they were at. Do we want to dress everyone in tactical turtlenecks? That could be an option. It could be. Oh, martial artist bindings right here. Let's do a couple of those. We've got a ton of these shirts. We'll add one more pair of gi pants. Wait, gi versus gi pants. Is it like a full... Oh, the gi is the top part. I'm sorry. So he's already got a top that gives him a bonus, which is fine. What do you need here? You need fabrics. Are we actually out of fabrics completely? Not quite. Rin, what are you up to these days? You're just not doing much. Let's have you work on processing the hemp at the fabric loom here. And we've got our bolts being made, which is awesome. We can start to stock up our archers again. What about... Why did everyone just get triggered here and run away? That was very specific. Like, everyone just decided to... Oh, the engineering? Was that part of it? Because everyone is still an engineer? And they just all decided to stop working and then suddenly go take care of things. I want to take the engineer role off of everyone here. Now we'll only just have our normal engineer. Let's take engineer here. So all we have now is back down to Thendu. Also, Thendu, if you don't have much going on, let's go ahead and assign you to assist with the farming. There's a lot of stuff here to farm, so that is a big responsibility for Stone. Dietrich, are you actually, you finally have processed all that meat? That's amazing. So we've got a ton of raw meat, or cooked meat in here. So this is the common queue for that. What else can we make here? We can make bread and raw meat. Rice weed we can't do. Gohan is rice weed as well. Food cube is bread and green fruit. We could process the cooked veggies, but it's just, it uses so many cooked veggies that they'll disappear in a heartbeat. We did finish both of our... Why is that? Oh, you know what? We might need a better well, actually. Can we do that right now? We cannot. We don't have any books left whatsoever. That's fine. Let's go ahead and give Dietrich the option to process the flour. If you don't have anything else going on, you don't have to work at the water. You'll process the grain into wheat, the straw into straw flour, wheat straw into a straw flour, and then we'll have you do baking. Is that even in your repertoire here? Your cooking stove, cotton farm? No. So we want to have that over here. That should, and the order of operators here is to do your normal cooking operation here first. Help farm whenever you can. Whenever you're not farming, we want you to process into straw flour. Then we need to store that. So we'll put down straw flour, flour storage right here next to the oven. I actually think that looks kind of cool too. So we'll do... Can I squish it in here? I can. We'll put it right next to the oven. That way, at some point, he'll process through all of the flour, and then somebody else will be hauling. Probably, was it Wyatt? Isn't Wyatt doing all of our hauling? So Wyatt will drag all of the flour into the bags, and then Dietrich will have the job to start actually doing the baking. So we'll have a bit of extra bread there as well. I think you have to have... Can bread get put into the food bin, or do you actually have to put down the basket? There's actually a bread basket here. We'll put down next to our normal food bin. Okay, quick save is done. Sorry, I probably ignored Beep. He's in town right now, so let's see what we can get into with him. The weaponsmith here is a pretty high quality. The problem is... Hello, shop's closing. Sure it is. The problem with this weapons dealer is the Shek weapons are beastly. They're all like super huge because they're, you know, they're Shek. They're basically a bunch of Klingons using the huge double-bladed or double-sided massive blade of doom. So they're pretty strong. So their weapons tend to be really, really big. Therefore, Beep is only going to be able to carry probably none because we actually still have his Naginata here. So let's see what he can do if he can just picks the lock. He might get spotted because he is in daylight. We'll see if we can get a quick pick on the armory. Maybe we'll find some decent blueprints. And we'll go... Did he just try to repair this? What the crap? How in Okran's name did a full pack beast get in here? Bad news is Beep is still has the committing crime. Oh no, he doesn't actually somehow. Let's have him run out of here and hide. Good night. Yeah, you're never going to get that Garou out of there, so best of luck to you, friend. Thanks for shopping with us, blah, blah, blah. Maybe he's going to get upset and attack it. Oh, hang on a minute. If he attacks this Garou, it's a pack beast. So it might have a bunch of gear on it. We might be able to sneak in here, snack it. Snack it? Is that even a phrase? Snag all the gear off this thing once it gets attacked, because he will call the guards, I believe. I can't see anymore because I've not peeked in here. Let's see what happens. I like being able to spy on everything going on. Are you just going to be like, okay, you can stay overnight, or what? What the heck? Did he seriously not call the guards on him? He's just like, oh, that's fine. You can just stay the night. Whatever happens, happens. That's awkward. What's going on in here? There's like a lot of fighting. There is a... oh, these must be a bunch of prisoners up here. Dust bandits. Okay, so one of the dust bandits must have escaped, so they're just getting the crap beat out of them. So I guess nothing happened with the pack beast. I'm a little bummed. I guess the shopkeeper just is like, okay, you can stay the night. That's fine. Don't take anything, I guess. This is the other door we opened earlier, the weapon shop. Let's go back down and make sure he's not there. He's not. Okay, so we have the whole shop to look at. Let's go ahead and do some lockpicking first, because we need to get that skill up. It is already 3 in the morning. Wow, the time passes really, really fast when you're just sitting around. Either way, this is always good for Beep to get some practice in. Yeah, so here's the Fragment Axes that are really, really high quality. God, this would be great to carry. I might even drop off the Naginata Katana. We can always make another one of those. This will sell for 7.5k. That's huge. Huge. Let's look around and see if there are any blueprints lying about. Also, can we knock this guy out? Oh, that's a pretty decent stealth KO rating. Let's try that. Knock him out. Good. He's unconscious for a couple seconds. Not that it really matters. It's going to take Beep a couple seconds here to pick everything. Nothing better than the 7k axe we just saw. Do you have anything on you? We can go ahead and 100% chance to steal this. We'll grab it. Thank you for your shirt donation to Beep. Beep greatly appreciates you. Oh, now you look super sexy, Beep. Look at that. Now he looks much more suave than he did before. Upstairs, do we have any chests next to the guards? We do. Okay, we'll have to come pick this in a second. 3k long cleaver. These are actually pretty decent quality blades. Maybe we'll have to send Beep back up north to World's End again and see if he can't do another round of stealing up there, because they had quite a few really high quality weapons, but also a ton of the blueprints that we could use down the road. We've got long cleavers and fragment axes. 58%. 58% on the stealing because I think we're so close to this guard. I don't think you can knock him out because he's a beast. Let's see if it's the number is actually from the guard or if it's from the shopkeeper. Dang it. That's not good news. Let's go ahead and run out. We'll snag this. Well, he's actually all over us right now. We'll snag this fragment axe. Yep, we know we've got caught stealing. We don't even care anymore. Let's go, Beep, go. Hope this doesn't slow him down too much. And we'll just have him run right out the door because unfortunately there's not a whole lot he can do. I think he's fast enough that he's going to get through most of these guards because a lot of them were interested in the dust bandit that was randomly hanging out. I hope this axe isn't overweighing you too much. I don't think so. You're still like Beep the Ninja. Yeah. You are completely fine. We'll break Beep out of this area. Hopefully he's... I don't think this is going to come back to haunt us overall. So yeah, just theft here in the Shek Kingdom. That's fine. Beep is kind of going to be a hated person everywhere it goes. I think you're okay again. Now, did that mess up our relations at all with the Shek? No, it's still at 0, so that's okay. Let's have Beep drop this weapon off at town because we're certainly not going to leave it on him. That wasn't bad. I was a little surprised he didn't get the KO there. It was, I mean, it's not 100% guarantee, but it was a really high rate at that time. Okay, we'll auto-haul the weapon over. Actually, I don't think he will do that. We have to manually do it. Don't mind our pantless ladies here. We need to get them some clothing because we just stole the outfit that we had. Is no one doing clothing? Did I not set that up? We need to give you the job of clothing bench. Okay, messed that one up. Sorry about that. Everyone will have to wait a little bit longer for that. Crossbow crafting, basic medical, weaponsmith 2, and Rin is working on all the fabric from the hemp. Okay. Did we ever finish our training stuff up here? We did a couple, but not all of them. A lot of them still need what? Oh, electrical components. We never did build that. Let's go under crafting, I believe. Electrical workbench. Let's stick that, I guess we'll stick it in here. Everything's getting a little tight in our one and only building here. We have the other one was there too, I suppose. Actually, we probably will need to use that one. Alternatively, yeah, we'll tell you what. Let's put the electrical crafting bench inside of the food/research area for the moment. Okay. And we'll move that down the road. I think I'm also, now that we've got the buildings taken care of, I'm going to unpause the... Well, I'll tell you what, do we want to use this type of building? We haven't put anything into it. Let's go ahead and dismantle this. How about we look at the other types of buildings? We can also have a station house in here, just to make things a little bit different. Oh, by the way, we don't actually have to use this road. We're not, obviously we're blocking the road. There's no other way in. So we can completely change this around and say, hey, let's add a station house right over here on this slope. And in fact, how bad is that going to look? Can we actually even this out so it kind of sinks into the slope a bit? You actually can. That's not too bad. What's the height? There's one with height here, plus and minus. This is acting as a rotational. One of these was not all that terrible. I didn't mind it much at all. Normally I'm a big, you know, whiny person when it comes to building on the hills, but it wasn't too bad. But it might have been a thing about plus and minus. This is not really doing anything with the depth of it, the height of it. Yeah, there's not really there's always going to be some little bit of a curve there. What if we just kind of close it off and do something like this? That's also not too bad. We don't have to have everything lined up exactly perfect. I think I would be a little bit more OCD about it if we had all this flat space to work with. And I know I've said before that I'm going to try to have this really well organized, and I do want to have it for the most part nice and neat looking. But we have to kind of work with what space we're given on this one. Let's try to rotate this around one more time, and we'll get it on the flat surface here and probably just drop it in. won't be too bad. And if we do this for crafting, we're still in pretty good range to all the storage. It's not like it's terribly far away. This can be, I mean, again, it can be whatever we want it to be. I might, I think we said before, maybe move our leather and clothing over to this area. And maybe it would make more sense to have this a little bit closer to the farmland, because, you know, some of the fabrics are coming from our hemp farm and the leather as well. So yeah, maybe this is okay right here. That way everyone can run right up the steps and go right inside. This will continue to be our crafting area for all the metal and the armor smithing, and that'll be the big focus there. Beyond that, do we want anything else added to the queue of buildings we can make here? We already have the turrets up. We could, I think you get a bonus. Do you get a bonus from height? I do not recall at the moment, but I'll tell you what, in case our gate falls, let's have a backup internal tower here, right in the middle of base. This will serve as our kind of our last stand if we need to, or as you know, if the gate breaks down, we'll have everyone group up here, and we'll have our turret folks fall back onto this one right here, this tower, and continue to rain death upon the enemy. So this will kind of be an interior defense post. Nothing too crazy about that. I will pause this for a bit because I think the station house can get finished first. All right. Poor Rin. Poor Rin and your stub little leg. I will fix that at someday. Someday. Not today, though. So our main groups here, we can't make the electrical stuff yet. We're still waiting on the electrical workbench to get completed. How's our power situation? I've not really checked on that in a hot minute. I don't think we've had, knock on wood, we haven't really had low wind days that I've seen. We did at the very start when we first moved in. But since that time, I have not found too many issues there. Forgot that this was open. We've got one Guru that got stuck somehow. That drives me bonkers. Is it, did it just come in, or did it get stuck because of the poor walls? I think it actually just came through the open gate. Let's have the puppers beat up on it a bit. If they can. Diana needs to get a couple hits in here too. Excellent. Now, did that piss off the rest of the pack or no? No, not really. I think we're okay there. Okay. I think this is not a bad time to put a cut in. We've got our walls done this episode, guys. We are now fully, well, I would say fully, we are more defensible than we were at the start of this episode. Now, we still could lose our gate, of course. I do have the 3 times gate condition on, which means that, sorry, what's that mod called? It's actually the 3 times, triple gate HP. So the condition of the gate is 3 times as normally would be. It makes it a little bit harder for people to break into a gate. So we should be able to sit here and pepper them down, but we still have to finish all of these turrets. And we really don't have anyone that's all that good at it yet. So, we're getting better. I think if we do go out on a hunting trip, we bring Diana back with us, because Diana's now at a speed where she can keep up with the main group for the most part. I think she's like 1 notch below that, but a 20 speed is just fine across the board. We bring Diana with us. We bring our archers, of course, and we leave our rest of the puppers here to guard the base, along with the bronze squad, which is working. They're doing okay. They are improving over time. Did we ever finish your items? We didn't. I need you to give me this. You don't have anything else finished yet, do you? I don't see it finished here yet. Nope. Wait a minute. What happened to the queue? Who took all the, Did I not? Oh, the bindings is part of the... I don't know why I thought the bindings were actual hand items. What am I don't think there are even hand items here. What about shoes? Do we even have the ability to make shoes right now? We don't have wraps or anything. I'll probably wind up stealing some of the... Yeah, we'll wind up stealing some of the random clob hopper shoes here that they have. What about the gi pants? Are these the gi pants? Did you take those, Kai? You didn't. So what happened to the gi pants? Oh, you put them away. Look at that. Go you. You are rocking it. Okay, we'll go ahead and grab the gi pants here. So now, for the most part, Hobbs has as much of a bonus to martial arts is I think we can get him at this point. He's got 4 from his outfit, 2 from his pants, 4 from his bindings. Also gives him attack damage boost and fist protection. He also has high perception from that, although is there anything that does... There might be something for martial artists that's for the face. I'm not quite 100% sure. Alice, if you don't mind giving him your shoes, I will get Alice some pants right now. Poor Alice. We'll give her the standard pants here. I do like these samurai leggings. I think I'll try to make more of these for our squad. I haven't figured out what our uniform should be at this point. By the way, our archers have been used as kind of a catch-all for a while, so let's see if we can go drop some stuff off at the... oh crap, we don't have the... Didn't I have... Oh, it's hidden back here. Okay. Let's drop everything except for... a bunch of weird stuff. We've got all the sleeping bags. We do want to keep a splint kit on us. Take some of the goodies here. She has an extra bow. We'll come back to the spring bat and the... didn't we drop another one off too? The spring bat and the ranger here down the road. But for the moment, I do want to have everyone fairly focused on the crappy bow until they get their skill much higher. Okay, in the meantime, they also should have a lot more bolts to go around. I think our rest of our orders here are being on hold until we get more iron plates. Okay. We're looking good, guys. I think our squad is about ready to head out. I think our main squad has been working out for quite some time. We probably need to clean up a couple more pieces of inventory. I'll do that between this episode and next. Although, do you guys think we should wait, or should we try to make more weapons here? And maybe we should work on the heavier weapons, or do we want to stick with katanas to continue getting our dexterity up? Our dexterity is fairly low, so maybe we need to go back to regular old katanas. Now, do Naginata katanas work your dexterity, or is it only, let's see, block attacking with light weapons? What qualifies as a light weapon? Is it only the one-handed? Anything that fits into this area here. That might be the case. So perhaps we spend some time with our crafter Stork making, I don't know, regular old katanas of Katoon quality. What would that actually cost us? You're out of resources. Do you need steel at that point? No, you still need iron plates. I'll tell you what. I'll take a look at the katanas when they come through. We'll see what kind of quality we can make, and maybe if we can increase our iron processing. Obviously, we're a little bit slow right now because everything needs iron plates. Oh, we're also out of iron, so that doesn't help out either. Why are we out of iron? That's surprising. We're at 80% efficiency on that one. I will grab somebody. In fact, I'm going to take Goalies away from the the steel refinery, because he's been continuing to build up the steel production, or the backlog of steel. We've been using steel on a lot of these dummies, is why some of our steel has gone down. We'll try to get this iron situation fixed up. Work on maybe trying out one katana to see what the quality is. And if it is in fact a light weapon, that might be something we use to train the dexterity for just a bit. Alright, I'm so excited to continue this series. I do hope you enjoy it. Please, since this is a little bit of a change on the audio side, just drop a comment if you have any issues with that, if it's weird popping sounds or anything like that. Otherwise, I'll continue to experiment to try to give you an enjoyable voiceover experience. Maybe next episode we'll do a little Bob Ross. You know, we'll use a nice background completely covered with the white oil paint, ready to go. Great. We'll use a little bit of sun yellow and freshen this all up a bit. So excited for next episode, next couple episodes, and the rest of the content I'm going to be bringing you guys over the next couple of weeks. And we're going to get our first tribute to the Shek, so I'll have to mess about with that as well. That'll all come next episode. Thank you guys so much for joining me. My name is Tobal. I've appreciated your audience.